Because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in. I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, oh, I love you.
Well, hello and welcome back, or welcome for the first time, or anywhere you're getting here. Hello, my name is Joe, Smokin Joe, and we are here for episode 16, season 2. So we are trucking right along through season 2. If you've been here before, you know very well that I would like you to please share this video right now on the internet. You're watching on Facebook, I know you are, and if you are, just push that share button, smash it, send it to all your friends in every group you've ever been a part of. The more people that are in the chat, hello I say in the chat, more people that are in the chat, the more fun it is to talk. It's kind of like hanging out in a virtual room with your friends, if you've ever heard of anything like that before in your life. But if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, that's okay too. Just please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be alerted when we have new videos. It's not just the Smokin Joe Show. I will post Dead Larry videos, Iron Star videos, all this fun stuff. Mostly it's the Smokin Joe Show because we do it every week right here at MTN Studios. We would like to thank one of our lovely sponsors, Shadow Wick Creations. They make candles for all of your needs that you'd ever have. And I found out recently that Shadow Wick, I knew that they were doing 3 unique candles inspired by Galactic Get Down every month, but I didn't realize, though, that all the proceeds from these candles are going straight to the Galactic Get Down Fund. So the more candles we sell, the better your Galactic Get Down will be in the future. For September, the candles are the Black Moon Candle for space inspiration and exploration, and the You Should See Me in a Crown candle for musical inspiration. I believe that's a Billie Eilish candle. And the Great Conjunction Candle, inspired by Dark Crystal, for your nerdy inspiration. And might I say, I am about all the way through the first season of Dark Crystal. I don't know if anybody has watched it, but it is great. I am obsessed with it. I already kind of want to be somebody like that for Halloween, although we do have some big Halloween plans, so I probably won't get to be anyone from Dark Crystal for Halloween, but that's okay. For more information on the Galactic Get Down candle collection and all the great products from Shadow Wick, check out their Etsy page, etsy.com/shop/Shadow Wick Creations. So make sure to check them out. Buy yourself a Galactic Get Down candle. Help you smell, help Galactic Get Down. Sounds good to me. Moving into the Weekend Get Down. Weekend Get Down. What's getting down, 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 down around town? Weekend Get Down. First and foremost, today, Thursday, September 12th, All Dylan All Night with Tangled Up in Dylan at the Whiskey Junction. Tangled Up in Dylan plays the timeless songs of Bob Dylan all night long at the Whiskey Junction. It's only $5. Got to be 21 though. Starts at 7, so it starts right now. So watch the show, then go there. As a lot of you may know, Bob Dylan lived in Minneapolis for a short time. I believe he had an apartment above the Kitty Cat Club. I have looked at it and been like, I think that's where it is. I've never gone up there. But Bob Dylan, we love him. He's a crazy, crazy guy. He's still going though, still trucking. September 13th, tomorrow, the Island City Brewing Company presents the Gatling Gun Tour, featuring some Galactic Get Down alumni as well as Smokin Joe Show alumni. Island City Brewing Company and King Records presents the Gatling Gun Tour, grown from the depths of the underground and spit like none other than a Gatling gun. King Records' very own Doughboy Productions is proud to be bringing his first tour to your city for one night of complete madness off his new EP, The Gatling Gun. The lineup is Doughboy Productions with DJ Affiliation, Flow State, who we will have on the show soon and have played at Galactic Get Down, Will Robinson Music, and Lost in Leon. This is all ages, folks, all ages at Island City Brewing Company tomorrow night. 8 p.m. is the time. Also going on Friday at the Palace Theater in our very own St. Paul is Tycho with Poolside. Fun fact about Poolside is that our very good friend Benj Karen, who puts on Revival and works with Useful Jenkins, tour manages for Poolside. So he'll be in town for one night since he's been on the road with Poolside. I told somebody that, and they were just amazed. So check out Tycho and Poolside, their Weather World Tour at the Palace Theater on Friday, September 13th. Doors are at 7:30. Music starts at 8:30. 18 plus. Tickets are $29.50 plus all the fees and whatnot, so probably about $35, I assume. Also going on Friday in St. Paul, this is where you will find me, personally, Melvin Seals and JGB featuring John Kadlicic. I have not tried to pronounce that yet. Melvin Seals at Big River Pizza, the outdoor concert series that MJG is throwing. I will be actually getting there about noon at Big River Pizza, and I'm going to take Mark Grunhofer's van, and I'm going to go pick them up at the airport and drive them around and try and, network with them and get in their heads a little bit and see what Melvin Seals is all about. So I will be at Melvin Seals and JGB all day and night long tomorrow. So come out there, come say hey to me. Melvin Seals has been a powerful presence in the music industry for over 30 years, with a long-established reputation as a performer, recording artist, and producer. Melvin is most revered for his powerful, high-spirited Hammond B3 and keyboards in the Jerry Garcia Band. Melvin spun his B3 magic with the Jerry Garcia Band for 18 years, and in doing so helped pioneer and define what has now become jam band music. Never heard of it. From blues to funk to rock to jazz, Melvin Seals serves up a tasty mix with a little R&B and gospel thrown in to spice things up. That's what love will make you do. Oh, there's a YouTube video you can watch to get the full experience. Supporting is Steve McCormick and Friends with Toby Lee Marshall, Cody McKinney, Mark Joseph, Grundhofer, Clay Whitney, and other special guests. So this will be a big jam out in St. Paul. Get your tie-dye, get your, steal your face logo with whatever your favorite thing inside of it is. I've seen Hawkeye steal your face. I've seen Minnesota steal your face. I've seen, there's just stealing everyone's faces. But that is tomorrow night in St. Paul. Music is about like 7:30 to 10, something like that. Saturday, seems so far away, but it's coming up quick. Another show at the Whiskey Junction. The Sawed Off String Band will be there. Doors open at 8, $5 cover, 21 plus. Haven't seen Sawed Off for a while. I suggest you go check them out. Sawed Off String Band, hard-hitting grass that makes the kids go crazy. So, kids, get out there. The madness is waiting. Opening the show will be Lucid Llama. We've had him on the show. Wonderful music, even and amazing videos as well. Luke, Mr. Lucid, Mr. Llama, has folk hop of the finest variety and of the highest caliber. Folk hop is it's like storytelling, but with awesome beats and a lot of rhyming as well. Spitting those tasty beats and rhymes and whatever they do. River Rats is the opener. Queer Doom Folk, aka the perfect soundtrack to punch a Nazi. So, you Nazi punchers, I know you're out there, and a lot of you are watching. Go check out River Rats. Just punch them right in the face. Nazis are bad. Yeah, I know. I get pretty crazy. I'm a scary guy. Scrapolino, getting ready to get you. Scarpinello, Sascamoche. Just start with S and then panic. Scarpolino is how you say it. Anyway, September 14th, that is Saturday as well. The world famous Joe Rogan will be in town, hanging out, talking to some people, I assume. A stand-up comedian for over 20 years, Rogan's 6-hour-long comedy special, Joe Rogan's Strange Times, premiered on Netflix in October 2018. Rogan has a series of comedy specials in 2016, 14, 12, 9, 7, and 2000. But most famously, recently, he's the host of the Joe Rogan Experience, a long-form conversation with guests that is one of the most popular podcasts on iTunes. He talks a lot about the world as it is, gives his opinions. He is a electric force, Mr. Joe Rogan. So if you want to go see him do comedy and probably some not comedy, that is at the Excel Center on Saturday. Also on Saturday, if you listened to these guys when you were a kid, UB 40 will be in town at the Caboose. World famous reggae stars UB40 are set to mark their 40th anniversary with a 2019 U.S. tour and first album release in over 4 years. The band will play many of their 17 top 10 hit singles, including Kingston Town, Food for Thought, that's still not it, 1 in 10, still not it, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, almost, Don't Break My Heart, not quite, Sing Our Own Song, maybe, and of course, Red Red Wine, as we all know. Red Red Wine. I'm just going to sit there front and center and just wait for it. So I'm not going to make a noise until they play Red, Red Wine. Amongst many other fan favorites, featuring 5 of UB40's 6 founding members. 5 out of 6 after 40 years. Not bad. Not bad at all. Robin Campbell, Brian Travers, Jimmy Brown, Earl Falconer, and Norman Hassan, and longtime members Duncan Campbell, Martin Meredith, Lawrence Pari, and Tony Mullings. The group's 40th anniversary concert will follow the release of the band's first new studio album in over 4 years. So UB40, check them out. Get some Red, Red Wine. Support the Caboose. They're working really hard over there. I got some ins over there, so I'm excited for them to be doing some good stuff. Sunday. This is when I'm playing at the Veg Island Jam. There is a Veg Fest, a vegetarian festival going on in St. Paul, and we are going to play the after party on Madeline Island in St. Paul. Come one, come all to the first ever Veg Island Jam. Veg Island Jam is the official Twin Cities Veg Fest after party, featuring live music from 3 of the Twin Cities' hottest up-and-coming bands, a cash bar, and unique menu items for purchase. I'm guessing vegetarian items. Get your groove on with Sammy Strings, Can of Bliss, Sawyer's Dream, and Smokin Joe. The cash bar will feature a rum pineapple drink as well as beer and non-alcoholic options, like hopefully coffee. Jasmine Deli is preparing a unique menu just for this event with sweet potato noodles, crepes, egg rolls, and sticky rice with mango available for purchase. All are both vegan and gluten-free. So they're cutting out all the excuses for all you eaters. Lots of options over here. I'm excited. I have a 5-piece band. I have maybe 5, definitely 4-piece band. A few of my normal Smokin Joe members are out, so I'm bringing in Ricardo Romero's going to come play percussion with me. I got Ned on bass, Bobby Patrick on guitar. And then if she can make it home from the road in time, Olivia Quintanilla will also be there shredding some cello. Shreddy Vetter, as she was named by John Wayne at our last show this last weekend. I can't believe no one's ever called her Shreddy Vetter, but it works really well. Next week, 1 week from today, we will be going live from the Caboose, and we haven't quite confirmed Munjin, but we will be going live from the Caboose, hopefully talking to Munjin. Dead Larry is second out of 3 for that show, and opening the night is Porky's Groove Machine. Don't know much about Munjin? Don't worry. Since their inception in spring of 2015, Munjin, pronounced Munyon, or Munyon, maybe I'm saying it wrong, is quickly becoming known for their undeniably explosive and charismatic live shows. The Chicago-based 4-piece is rooted in their ambitious, there we go, I'm silly, ambitious compositions and improvisational ability. Drawing inspiration from a wide array of musical styles, they create a raucous yet jubilant sound all of their own. Dead Larry, Space Rock, For Nerds, By Nerds, Porky's Groove Machine, the hottest funk you've ever seen, played in the best costumes ever. You can see a hot dog playing trombone. That's all you really need to know. So that is 1 week from today. Find yourself at the Caboose. Later on this month, the pride and joy of Vicarious Vision's own John Marin put this show together, bringing these guys to Minneapolis. Mom and Dad, that's 2 dudes from Dopapod, with special guest Splimit. You know them, you love them. The youngins, we love the Splimit boys. Not only are they an amazing group of musicians, they're also extremely helpful, hardworking dudes. Get Down Enterprises is excited to present Mom and Dad, featuring bassist Chuck Jones Jr. and drummer Neil Fro Evans of Dopapod, alongside guitarist Benjamin LaRoquette, as they bring their unique musical performance to the attic at Part Wolf, Minneapolis. What's Part Wolf, Joe? It's the Nomad. If you haven't gotten the memo, it's the Nomad. On Thursday, this is all on Thursday, September 26th, with their special guest Splimit. Mom and Dad is a 3-piece music group that values being genuine, putting off airs, and making sure you have a good time tonight. And by tonight, I mean a week from tonight. With drums, bass, and guitar, Mom and Dad guides you through a lyrically sardonic landscape that leads to a reservoir of compassion and the ability to laugh at your own self-loathing. And they can be loud. So that all sounds good to me. Mom and Dad, that is officially 2 weeks from today. So you got a lot of Thursday partying to do. We got Dead Larry with Munyon, and Porky's Groove Machine a week from today, 2 weeks from today. Mom and Dad, members of Dopapod, playing at Part Wolf with Splimit. That's about all we got at the moment in terms of what is getting down around town this weekend. Get down. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Space Monkey Mafia. A week ago today, we had a fundraiser, sort of last minute, we had 10 days to organize a fundraiser raising money for Rainforest Trust, which helps protect lands, Amazon rainforests and other rainforests, and help indigenous peoples keep their rights to their land, the Rainforest Trust, and we raised $2,000. We've had 10 days and we raised $2,000 at our Rainforest show. So I want to give a big shout out to Blake Foster, Joe Barron, Jess from Get Down Enterprises, myself, and all of us involved with putting together an amazing event to do something about all the tragic things that are happening in the rainforest all across the world. So thank you, Space Monkey Mafia. We really appreciate it. Okay, so to introduce this next video, we are watching a Munyon. Is it Munyon, John? Munyon. I've been saying it wrong. I'm saying Munyon. Of course. Why would it be Munyon? Munyon, their video for the song Chatterbox to get you ready for our show with them next week. So without further ado, this is Munyon. This is Munyon's song Chatterbox.
The silent space never seemed to hold much weight. A sea of words, the point gets lost. Few direct who pays the cost. A pouring thoughts, deluding sense. A preconceived coincidence. Take it back, time to release. Celebrated joy. Lie down and free. Your endless thoughts come to a halt. Nothing left to say. Until the chatterbox makes way. Speak up now, let your soul in. Crack it wide open. a silent space, but never seem to hold much weight. A sea of words, the point gets lost. If you direct your pace, lie down and fade. Your endless thoughts come to a halt. Nothing left to say until the chatterbox makes way.
Well, hello, we're back with our special guest, Dustin Looklocks here. I don't know if you know how famous this wig is. I mean, his hair is. I meant hair. So Dustin, say hello to our lovely viewing audience. You may know Dustin from a large array of things, which I have a wonderful interview planned later. We're going to get into the mind that is Dustin Wayne Locks here. But first, we're doing a fun, brand new game that is called Magic Carpet. And Magic Carpet is a wild ride through the television studio here at MTN. So if I take this off, John, are they going to be able to hear me still? Hello? Hold on. Hello? 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 Oh, that was loud. Hello? Hello? Can you hear? Hello? All right. Here's what we're going to do. I have brought from my home these magical carpets. Where am I? There I am. These magical carpets. This is my magical carpet, and this is Dustin's magical carpet. And we are going to race these magical carpets. Here you are. I stole this from my parents' house. I think this is from the 80s, maybe early 90s. It's big. That's why. It's a big carpet. Yeah. Yeah. It has magic cat hair on it. So what we're going to do. Not that. But what we're going to do is put some magic. We're going to put our carpets down, and John's going to come in, and he's going to control the cameras while we race our magical carpets. Oh, there he is. We don't need that.
Which direction?
I don't know. See? There's a little rainforest button, everybody. Wait, focus. Focus. Cool. John, are we ready? Here he comes. Oh. All right. So we have these magic carpets. John, you want to explain?
You guys are going to race on magic carpets.
Where are we racing to? Are we going this way?
Yeah, let's go to the green line to start.
Just the green line.
Yep, no, sit down.
We gotta sit.
Oh, on your butt.
On our butts. And then, some might call this a magic carpet ride or the inchworm thing.
All right. On your mark. To the green line.
The green line.
Get set.
Oh God.
Go.
Yeah, use the carpet.
Use the carpet, Dustin.
Am I using it?
And not your hands on the floor.
There you go.
It still counts. Aha. Go my way. That carpet is magic here.
All right. So I think we could call Joe the winner of that one. Now that we're familiar a little more with the process, let's go from the green line to the stage and back.
Oh, all the way around.
Yep.
Getting warm. Well, you know, the temperature dropped it's like 10 degrees, so now I'm wearing shirt, undershirt, and another shirt, and a jacket.
All right. We gotta start like, what's happening with the,
Get back.
yeah, some sort of strategy with the hair.
All right.
Whoa, that wasn't your real hair.
Gentlemen, start your carpets.
Look out.
Go.
Look out. Look out for me. Oh! Look where you're going. Oh.
I'm stuck. I think the wig is holding you back right here.
Got keys in my pocket. Slide.
Smarter than it looks.
He's coming. Coming for me.
Coming in hot.
I don't think so. You gotta turn around. You gotta go back.
Turn around, you gotta go back.
We can go this way.
Yeah.
Well, that was
That is way harder than you think.
that was
What do you guys think?
I would say Dustin won this one.
Dustin won by a tiny bit.
By like a half an inch.
The hair.
By the hair.
by the hair.
He won by the hair.
All right, so that ties it up.
So what do we do now?
Do you want to add another? Do you guys want to knee race it?
I don't know. I have to fold up my carpet.
Well, you shouldn't look at it.
I think you should stand.
I'm adjusting.
Scoot on your feet.
Oh, stand
Oh,
on
there
it?
you go. Do a different
Like
video.
There we
your
go.
real magic carpet, yeah.
All right,
And they're back. So we're
so
good.
there and back. You
This is
ready?
from all the cloud.
Gentlemen, start your carpets and go.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, I like the technique.
That was amazing.
Styling.
Come on, man. That was amazing.
Joe won.
Dude, I feel like we could do this game, but like we had more people, you could do like a dragging the carpet. So many ways to go. So instead we played a good game, we fought hard. You know, there's a lot of defense and offense.
That was a workout.
It was. That was more exercise than I expected to get out of the game. Let's see what people are saying about this. I gotta know. Gotta know what they think.
People were laughing.
No, laughing with us. You can Chromecast this live. I don't know. I don't know. I want to see what's happening here.
Joe, I need a foot rub.
Nice, me too. Same. Me call my foot. It's not fair. Joe's part Aladdin. That is true. That is true. Aladdin is one of my many spirit animals. All right, here we go. Carlin O'Neill loved that.
Yeah.
All right, so for now, that was the initial carpet ride, as magic carpets go. So now we're going to cut to another video. This is the most recent video by my band Dead Larry. It was made at the most haunted, one of the top 5 haunted places in the Midwest in Iowa. It's just like abandoned. Oh, man, was it school or like mental hospital? Either way, it's really creepy. But there's a ghost. It's all about the rest of our lives, and it's an awesome play on words that Mark McGinnis came up with that. The song is The Rest, of Our Lives. And it is off our upcoming EP, which is to be determined when that will be released. But for now, this is Dead Larry's The Rest of Our Lives. Point.
I'll be ready to go when it's time. Don't you know that the rest of our lives is waiting just ahead? I'll stay awake for the rest of my life, 'cause I can sleep when I'm dead. And those you love, they will turn into dust. You're gonna mix with them someday. Until then, got the rest of our lives to know them gone away. Well, I don't really know if I'll be ready to go when it's though I try to do my best, I could really use a rest.
We are back. I'm here with Dustin Wayne and tiny cousin It, right here. The famous Wook hair. Even just his hair wants to borrow everything. But Dustin Wayne does a lot of stuff. You got a lot of names. You got your fingers in a lot of pies.
I do.
Let's start with FOGO Fire. That's how we know you best.
Okay.
FOGO Fire has run our fire camp at Galactic Get Down this year and last year, I believe, were the two.
Yep.
Before that, it was, I have no idea. I forget everything that happened, unless it's the last year.
Mm-hmm.
But he had site management for outdoor event activities, which includes open flow and performance. We burn effigy burn memorials, which we had this year, which was very powerful. I made sure I was there. It was like very important. And I pulled up just in time. It was great. FIFA guide. What is FIFA?
So, so the point of FOGO, kind of the main mission, is to basically educate the community and whatnot with the safety aspect and the regulatory compliance. So we do site management to make sure that all of those guidelines are met, so that anybody who wants to come and perform and do open flow. So FIFA is Flame Effect Flow Arts.
Flame Effect Flow Arts.
And the FIFA Guide is a safety quality management program made up by 6 different programs that help with training and document management, hazards and risks, chemical control, and all the key area points where you need to make sure that you're controlling your hazards.
Has this gone on for a long time? Is this a recent thing? Because I feel like maybe it was just me and my friends 10 years ago, but I feel like 10 years ago, this wasn't regulated. People bought props, they brought them to the fire circle, and then they just burned, and they didn't have to know or be compliant in any way, shape, or form.
Right. So
I like it better this way.
Right. So with compliance, it's a really gray area, because so for people to do it privately on their own land and on their own property and whatnot, it's not actually regulated. You can pretty much do what you want to do. It's your choice whether you want to be safe, and things like that. But at any public event where it's not on your property, or that even extends to your family's property, your direct family, it is actually regulated. It's pretty highly regulated at both the federal and the state level. So with those regulations, they all kind of fall under different terminology for different industries, like fireworks and things like that. So a lot of people don't really understand how to interpret the standards that there are.
Yeah, because fireworks are very different than
and so exactly. So what my program is doing is it's taking that language and combining the flow arts language and putting it into, combining it into one program so that people can read this program and better understand.
Yeah, and understand what's happening.
Yep. And some of it's suggestive, and some of it is things that have to be done in order to meet, without having any complications or.
And On Fire is a performance group.
Yep.
And FOGO Fandango, that's you?
Yep. So me as a performer, I go by FOGO Fandango.
FOGO Fandango.
Yep, FOGO Fandango, and that's kind of my.
That's one name.
My clown.
Dustin Wayne, FOGO Fandango. We're at 2 right now. Count.
So On Fire is a group of performers that come together and are a performance group. So FOGO Fire technically isn't a performance group. We're the site management group.
Yep.
And
One of those tricky business things. Like we have that too, where it's like, well, these people own the equipment, these people do the booking, these people.
So we do the safety, the safetying and putting, all the equipment together and the site together. And then, as performance, I meet up with different people, and that's the On Fire.
So how did you start? How did this all start? What got you into flowing? What do you like about it? Like what?
I started flowing back when I was actually in 6th grade, summer going
Really?
to 6th grade, something like that. Yeah, and I lived up in a small town. My family, we went to a camp for my stepdad's work, and they had a guy who was teaching juggling there.
Yeah.
And the small town that I lived in, that was like unheard of. No, there wasn't even a word for it. They didn't call it flow arts. They just literally called it juggling, and that was the only thing.
Right.
And nobody did it. In fact, I took it back home because I was very excited about it. It was a really fun way to tune out and express myself.
It's rhythmic. It's like it's cathartic. It's
and I actually started getting bullied for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess if you're the only one that does anything, you're gonna get bullied
and then
for
so
it.
I kind of reclused in, and it became a private thing that I do in my backyard that I didn't really tell people about, and I didn't share it with anyone. And so for many, many years, flow arts became a very quiet thing for me. I didn't really share it with people, and I didn't know other people did it and things like that.
Yeah, so when you found the festival community, was that just like
mind-blowing, completely unreal?
That happened to me too.
It felt like a complete dream.
No way, you guys are doing this too, and this is what you do?
Yes.
Like this is your whole life.
Yeah, it was.
I felt that way too, with music though. Like all you do, it's like this, this environment where,
Yeah, it was absolutely mind-blowing. And that was not even the first place that I actually saw it, to be honest. A friend of mine came over to our house one day, and she took us out into the back alley and was like, hey, I want to show you guys this, and lit up a prop, and
did flow
there we went, and and I was like instantly mesmerized. I was like, oh, let me see that thing, magic, let's do this.
Yeah.
And
there's an element of magic.
Lit my hair on fire, knocked out a tooth. So that's how that went, literally.
Like that. So excited. Yeah. Hair on fire.
So then the next 2 years in a row after that, I also knocked out a tooth. So I've lost 3 teeth. In
3 teeth.
Few years,
less dangerous than hockey, probably.
But yeah, I like to throw, so
yeah. What's your prop? Like, what's your at least right now, or like where?
Just like a baton.
Baton.
Or,
do you rope dart ever? Because I feel like you could knock your teeth out.
I kind of play around with everything, to be honest. Yeah. I don't really say no to anything.
Right.
But mainly, I would say. Juggling torches, and then
cool.
the dragon staff, and then baton for throwing.
Nice.
Or short staffs.
Yeah, throwing anything and bringing it back to you.
Yeah,
that's definitely just asking to get hit in the face.
Right. I love it. I'm addicted to it. In fact, sometimes I think I have to tell myself, I'm out there doing it. I'm like, okay, don't do it so much because they're going to get bored with you. But
I don't know. I mean, the people that can do it, like people do not mind. It's a transcending thing just to watch. Cause you get caught, and even the noise, of the fire through the air going whoosh. Is kind of hypnotizing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
my friend and I, we kind of do this magic vortex thing where we just stand in front of each other, and I'll go one way and she goes the other way, and we just watch each other's faces the whole time. And we just kind of zone into this little portal.
Yes, I imagine that's a lot like playing music with someone.
Yeah.
Where like you just have to trust that they know where you're going
with it,
and you're both playing the same song or spinning the same flow. I don't know how to put it.
Right.
But
just ride the flow together. Exactly.
So what are the goals? Like what's like if everything went perfectly, where would you be?
With FOGO?
Oh, FOGO.
Okay. So with FOGO, what I would really like to offer is the FIFA guide to people so that they have that guide to be able to, you know, when they want to remain safe and they want to remain in compliance and things like that, I want that guide for them so they, you know, aren't so confused with what they can, you know, do or what they should do if they're at a public event sort of thing. And then I also want to offer online educational classes and whatnot, and you know, just kind of build a safe community and a very professional, you know, environment, something that where we prevent it from having any catastrophes. Or anything,
and therefore, like, kind of, you don't want anything that's going to smear the name of the flow arts. You know what I mean?
And right now, it's there. The regulations are there in place, but the thing that people don't realize is that, you know, a lot of people say, well, we've never had anybody come audit us or do this or do that, and the reason why that is because it usually takes an incident, something really bad to happen before they do it, and then when they do, they slam it hard, you know, and then that's when they'll crack down. And, you know, luckily, like, I would say, at least in my experience within Minnesota, I would say, like, we have a really awesome flow community.
Yeah, we do.
We really do. Like, it's very supportive of one another. You know, everybody prefers to be safe, and that's awesome, because the more you can prevent, you know, any hazards from happening, you know, and anybody getting hurt, the better off we're going to be, because otherwise it's going to get very heavily regulated, and then it'll be nearly impossible to even do it unless it's your, like, full-time career, you know.
Yeah, and that's no fun, because then how do you learn? How do you learn in public? You know what I mean? Like, that's so many people have come home from festivals that, for flow friends of mine, they're like, I just, you know, was doing this for 8 hours at Shangri-La or whatever, and I learned all these things, you know, like, that's really cool. But moving on from fire for a moment, because you do all sorts of stuff. You're a businessman, fine arts and music. I'm reading this list. You're whatever. I don't know what all these certifications mean.
Oh, HACCP certified.
HACCP certified.
Yep. So HACCP is
QMS, CMS, and LMS.
Yep. So HACCP is Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point. That basically means that you are certified to be able to manage hazards and risks. You can identify them and, you know, and manage them. Yep. So what I do in my day job is I basically operate quality management systems and content management systems and learning management systems. So my main role is a quality technical writer, so I do a lot of, like, document routing of programs and policies and SOPs and, you know, standard operating procedures and things like that. So building this program with FOGO and kind of taking that information that I've learned from there and putting it into
it seems pretty closely related.
It's very, very similar, you know. So, and I actually do that for a distilling company, so I'm used to working with to help regulate things that are explosive already. You know, so except for on a much larger scale. Much larger
distillery
scale.
Could definitely blow up.
Yep.
I also see quality technical writer, but moving on to artistic stuff, painter, illustrator, sculptor, craftsman.
Yep.
So physical 3D art, as well as photography and graphic design.
Yep.
So more 2D art, and you sing and write songs.
Yep. Yep. I kind of do everything. Anything in the arts,
so
I'm
it just
about
seems
it.
like to me, like, if you feel an artistic expression coming on, there's no limit to where that will go.
Absolutely. It's all the same, you know. It's artistic expression, and that's just what it is, you know.
You know, and just today you decide, hey, I'm going to do this medium versus a different medium.
So, and the interesting thing about this is, so most people have their identity. I have my identity. I'm Dustin Wayne as a whole. But the way that I like to break myself down into my expression is I break it down into pieces by the type of artistic expression that I do, and I give each one of those types of artistic expression an identity.
I know how that goes.
So there's Wayla Dane, who is the body artist, tattoos, cosmetology, costume, design.
Do you do hair?
Yep, hair and makeup, all that kind of stuff. Anything body art related. That's
cool.
Wayla
My wife
Dane.
is so into that with her modeling and stuff. Like,
I know.
She like gets so excited. Like, it is completely an art form. If you don't think that is. It is.
Right.
It's an insane, and like, it's.
Her and I are going to collab. I promise. We haven't done it yet. We keep talking about it. We haven't made it happen yet. It's gonna happen.
I'm excited.
So
that's Wayla Dane.
Wayla Dane.
Dustin Wayne, Wayla Dane.
Yep. Then there's DW Bumbo, who many people know me by Bumbo.
Which I love the name Bumbo.
That's my inner wizard per se.
There you go.
That's mystic arts.
Mystic arts. What is a mystic art per se?
magic and, and tarot and,
Yep.
the different oracle type
Yep.
stuff, and just philosophy and science. And it's kind of the explorer and the learner in me.
That's awesome.
It's kind of the art of learning is what I like to say, the art of being aware.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
That's what it is.
That's
It's the art of being aware. Is sometimes you have to just be quiet and listen and pay attention, and you really learn a lot when you do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
Especially if you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
It's good to not say
Yep.
anything.
Yeah.
I think that's and then
Yeah, and then we talked about FOGO, and
FOGO,
that's the
Fending, and that's
the
performance
performance art. Yep. So,
that's crazy. And
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
I guess it's not necessarily my name, it's Joe, Smokin Joe.
Yep.
But then you think of all the different ways I enjoy
Yep.
playing and performing music.
Right.
Got to the point where Smokin Joe, singer-songwriter, folky guy. You got Iron Star, this I'm fronting this alternative rock band, and Dead Larry, where I'm 1/4
Yep.
of this nerdy musical science experiment, essentially.
Right. Yeah, and we all have pieces of ourselves that are into different things, and things like that. And some people are really complex and have many pieces, and some people only have a few, or even kind of solidify themselves as one and feel
Right.
Or
they're one for a while or for most of their lives, and then realize.
Yeah, and then you can change, and that's the thing. You can get more. It's always transforming.
Oh yeah.
Always transforming.
I think it's best to just be open to those things. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
Whether it be maybe identifying yourself in a different name, have a different alias,
Yep.
allows you to let go
Right.
for a moment.
Yeah.
The Dustin Wayne who's well,
Right.
we got to be on time, and we got to cover this paperwork, and we got to make sure this stuff's covered. But maybe Bumbo,
Right.
In your mind you can make that switch.
Right.
I think that's cool that you do
And
that.
all of those all kind of, they kind of bring back and they center into Dustin Wayne, who is
Right.
this whole identity of who I am, and it brings me back to the main mission of what I do as an artist, and that's basically, in 3 words to simplify it, it's transform, express, inspire.
That's good.
And the reason for that is I was on and off heavily bullied when I was younger, for many different reasons, and it robbed me of my power for many years of my life. It took a lot away from me, and I've spent my entire life struggling and being nervous and having anxiety and thinking I'm not good enough and talking myself out of all of these things, and to realize that none of that was actually true in any way, and it's not for any of us. We literally all have value. In fact, we don't just have a little value, we have a lot of value.
A lot of value
lot
and
of
unending
value.
potential.
Yeah, and so my goal is to rip people out of their comfort zone and make them feel weird, make them feel awkward,
And that's
make
like a
them feel
clown-like thing to
uncomfortable.
do.
Yeah, and I'll prank people, and and I'll do weird stuff that's just I'll pet my pet.
Yeah, and somebody comes up unbeknownst.
Like, oh, why is he doing that? That's weird.
Doesn't really notice what's there.
right?
You're like, wait a second,
Right?
what is that? I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah, let's get weird, and that's exactly it. Pull people out of their comfort
good.
zone, because
I like
when
that.
you make people uncomfortable, that's where they're vulnerable for change.
Yep.
If conditions are perfect, if things are good,
Yep.
people don't learn, they don't grow, they don't
No.
change. You got to stir up the pot a little bit. So I like to stir up the pot and then get people thinking, change their perspective a little bit, and say, you know what? You are absolutely worthy, and you should be expressing yourself, and it has nothing to do with quality. Quality is a technique.
And quality,
is a
it's all
technique.
relative too.
Exactly.
It
It doesn't define your value, and it doesn't matter if you think you're good or you're bad. You just need to do it. You need to express
Right.
yourself. That's the healthy thing to do, and when you do that, it inspires other people to do it. So that's why I say make changes, express, and inspire other people to do the same.
I think that's a common theme on the Smokin Joe Show. Like Dizzle Arts came on, and I was looking at this painting he left at my apartment when he came on, and he drew his cool Diz face, and then he always writes words on either side. You know what I'm talking about? And it just said inspire others, and I was thinking about that. Is to be inspired.
Yeah.
And then to share that inspiration, the main goal almost is to be sort of understood in a way, or at least experienced in an art way, but also to inspire other people.
Yeah.
To be like, hey,
We all have the same
I did this
goal.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Right.
Just
We
like
all-
putting on this show. No one lets us do it. We just did it.
Right.
You know, no one's gonna be like, okay, now.
We all have the same goal. We want to be free, and we want to be able to be who we are and express ourselves, and we all struggle to fight for it, internally and sometimes externally too,
Yeah.
but mostly internally. you know, and that's where I just want people to know, like, it's okay, just be who you are. Just don't be an asshole.
Yeah. And if you are an asshole, we'll let you know.
Yeah, right.
And then
I mean, sometimes you got
be open to
change.
change.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
maybe some habits.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have something in my notes here about wooglums.
Oh yeah.
What is a wooglum?
So
and then I read here that you have a tattoo of a wooglum.
Okay. Yep. I've done a tattoo.
You've done a tattoo of a wooglum.
Yes.
You don't have. What is a wooglum?
So the Wooglum family is a series of characters that kind of channeled through me. One of the things I like to do as in my wizardry and in my mystic arts is to just channel different energies and let them flow through me. And when I do that, I just become really receptive to things, and I will internally go really far out there, and then
nice.
and I will listen, and I'll wait, and I'll let these characters come through, and I just pull them through, and I bring them to life. You know, they raise their hands and say, "Hey, here I am. You know, nice to meet you." And I just say, "Hey, come on in. Let's, you know,
and this is
come into our realm."
And that's just the name of these.
Yep. So Wooglums is the family name. That's what they are. They're these. Usually they're crazy, quirky, weird, wacky little characters. You know, they got googly eyes and they got weird personalities, and you know, like I can't really share their voices because I hear them. I don't hear voices, but I hear them.
Right, you hear like what they would sound like.
You know, and they're goofy and they're quirky and they're, you know, and they're weird. But they're a lot of fun, and they come to me at very random different times and places and stuff. So
I feel like I got wooglums coming at me. The moments before you fall asleep.
Yep.
Things you wish you would never forget, but you never get up to write down.
Yep.
That is a moment of creativity that I've read about, even where like that moment, like right before you fall asleep, is one of the most creative times.
I've got
so you have like
hundreds of notebooks.
You got a notebook by the bed. You immediately just like, huh.
Many of you have seen my wizard book. You guys know I got so many notebooks full of so many things that I wake up. I got different languages that have come to me that I've channeled out, and I got the Kigaza language. I can give you an example of that. That came through me.
You got languages?
Yeah. So Kigaza is a language that channeled through me.
Cool.
Pero como atuisti korkuso over mujikuba fignero, dila luvia yubikus voyulor, bia tufon solo.
Sounds like a language.
So that's welcome to the circus of magic and fire. So if you heard me say fignero in there, that means fire. And so FOGO and FIGO is actually a derivative. It's a shortened down. So that's where the name FIGO
That's cool.
Fandango
That is so intricate.
Came from my language.
So like nothing. So there's really not a whole lot that you name that you're called that is necessarily not connected to something else. It's
all intertwined.
A big
absolutely. It's all one. It's the wizard's web. That's what I call it.
That is cool, man.
Yeah, universe.
I feel like you could make like a flow chart.
Yeah, I got one. On a real note, I really do. I got one.
You do?
I got a digital.
Of like, okay, let's break this down.
Oh yeah.
Like here are the first.
I wish I would have brought it now.
Dude, we can, you know, the future technology is real. You can post it on.
I will share some pictures with you.
You can put it on this.
Yeah, and anybody.
You can comment it in the live video stream later.
I will.
And be like,
interested.
And we can include. That's crazy.
Yeah, I will definitely share it. You guys will like it.
I still have, things to talk about. If you want to talk more about Wayla Dane, your body painting, cosmetology, costume design.
Yep.
But before too long, we should get to our song. We prepared a song, a classic. But I do want to give you time to say anything else you want to say about yourself, about what you do, if anything coming up in the future you want people to know about.
So I'm kind of taking a trip here to Mexico pretty soon. January, me and my fiance are gonna move down there for a short time. We're not exactly sure on the length yet.
During the winter, I assume, here.
Yeah. Probably about 6 months, I would say.
That's about the winter here.
Yeah, we're gonna go down there and get just kind of do some artistic exploring.
Yeah.
Per se, and different perspective and culture and things like that.
Absolutely.
And kind of see what we can channel through that.
Yeah, because I mean, maybe and have you ever been there and done that before? There you go.
No.
So like all of these things that you're really good at channeling and getting in touch with. I mean, I feel like there's going to be a whole new array of that, or at least a different array. Things that make some similar, some very different.
Yeah, I've been tattooing for 15 years roughly, and I'm about to restart my apprenticeship because I took a break for a little while
Yeah.
in there, a little gap, like 2 years. So I'm about to start that again and get rolling with that. And then when we come back from our trip, I'm going to hit that pretty hard again. And
That's
my
awesome.
goal is to get a mobile studio going, probably convert a bus or something like that and have a studio.
You know,
for
why not?
hair
These
and
like
tattoos
these,
and,
yeah,
let's do it.
These
So,
mobile artisanal art
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
with the culture and the festival culture and not even festival. Like, I mean, festival in the grand scheme, like including Renaissance, cons and music fest, all this stuff. I mean, that's a way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the only way to do it,
Yeah.
but like if you have
yeah, when you can do those things and take them on the road with
Yeah.
you, those are all
and limit your overhead,
very-
you're not paying rent at a
Yeah.
studio you don't need,
Right, and
filling
then-
it up with stuff you don't need.
And and it's really wonderful exposure, for both you and the people who get to meet you and stuff too, because you get to kind of share stories and share experiences.
I can't wait for you to get
make
back.
friends and
I mean,
it's gonna be wild.
it's crazy you'll be gone.
We're gonna
for so
try to
long.
vlog as much of it as
Yeah.
we can. Like it'll
Go
be
live.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so
Tell your friends what's up. I
Right.
mean, I know that there have been times in my life when people went on adventures that I followed them very closely.
right.
And I was just like, yes, what are you doing? Because I'm stuck here in the cold and the dark.
Yeah, we appreciate all the support that we've been getting from everyone with trying to get prepared with it and stuff, because it's a lot in a pretty short notice from when we decided
Yeah.
to make the decision, which was about a month and a half
And
ago.
you can only be so prepared.
Yeah,
You can only
right.
think of so many variables before you're just kind of like, huh?
Yeah, right.
think
It's
we're
just
gonna
make it
go.
happen. We got a nice big spreadsheet with the checklist, and
There you
we're
go.
just rolling
Spreadsheets and
through it,
checklists,
and-
dude. That's my jam.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you want me to do anything for you? Bulleted lists.
Yeah.
Like, just make I have to be able to understand it.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
I think,
That's
you know,
great.
That's the gist of it. I mean,
That's a
I could talk,
lot.
I could talk forever, but
Yeah, oh, for sure. And I feel like, we could even, I think going in depth and I want to see the flow chart personally.
yeah.
Of
I'll post some pictures you
of the
guys-
web, the wizard web. I think is
Yeah,
so
it's-
intriguing. And the fact that you've allowed yourself to be vulnerable enough and to like, just be like, there's no limit to what I am.
That's what that's my main goal in
So,
life. If I could
take
do
note out there,
anything,
folks.
just don't limit yourself.
You
Just
can be,
don't. And we all struggle with that. Even
Yeah.
even I've got plenty of limitations that I
Sure.
try to work through. So it's nobody's perfect, but just roll with it. Trust
Yeah.
yourself. Like yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself. That's the big thing.
yeah, give yourself a shot.
Love
You know.
yourself, but like yourself.
Yeah.
So
I'm into it. Well, we have a song prepared. We're going to go to a quick promo of upcoming shows in the Galactic Get Down universe while I go and grab my guitar. But I will be right back. Come to our shows, please. I got this almost a year ago, maybe.
okay, nice.
But it's like my professional guitar. Are we on now? I'm just talking about my guitar. Hi, we're gonna play a song by my top 3 favorite bands of all time, which you all know, you might know, is Radiohead. It's one of your favorite bands of all time?
Favorite song.
Favorite song?
Favorite song.
Favorite song.
No,
Radiohead,
yeah.
across the board, we're gonna go way back, the very beginning, and sing a song that I think we can all relate to. I think as you were saying before, like, when you're bullied as a kid, or you're a weirdo, or like you make a lot of sense in a group of people that's like-minded, but maybe in a small town, you don't at all. And this song, I mean,
breaking through the struggle, and just learning to like yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And admit that, you know, maybe you are a little creepy at times, which I think we all can be a creep now and then. So yeah, we'll just get going. We ran through this earlier and I was super duper stoked on it. Here we go.
You were here before. Couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel, and your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world, and you're so fucking special, and I wish I was special, but I'm a creep, yeah, I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul, and I want you to notice when I'm not around, and you're so fucking special, and I wish I was special. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? No, I don't belong here. No, no, and she's running it again. And she's running out. She runs, 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 runs. She whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
Yeah, dude. If you didn't know, you can do that too. I just learned at that gorgeous belting earlier. I was like, you got that part. That part is so good. I was messed that up. That was fucking good. Okay, everybody, Dustin Wayne and the entire Dustin Wayne universe. Get into it. Check it out. Check out FOGO Fire. And now I think people watch the show. Maybe they've seen you around. They have some talking
Come
points.
find me on Facebook. I love friends.
Yeah, just talk to them. I mean, obviously, you're a very open individual, so no one can come at you with anything.
I'm
you
always
couldn't
here
handle.
for everyone too.
Yeah.
So you need to talk like
I like that.
Come chat it out. Like,
Yeah.
I like to help people, so.
That's good. That's
Thank you
we
for
need
having me.
more of that every day. I think I'm supposed to remind you that next week we will be at the Caboose with Mungyan, maybe on the show, maybe Porky's, maybe just me talking at you for an hour. I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out before then. Make sure to like the Smokin Joe page, like the FOGO Fire page, just everything we do, get into it. But other than that, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
That was
Joe.
amazing. Here, I'm gonna give a little couch hug. That was fucking great, dude.
Thank you.
Dustin Wayne, Smokin Joe. I will play us out until next week.
Because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, oh, I love you. You know, sometimes you got troubles, so many troubles, they're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause well, I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. I love you.